Hi guys, it's Audrey.
And it's Donald Trump. Looking all orange with this lighting.
This is Deyra.
Yeah, I'm deyra.
And we're gonna be talking about our first boyfriend experiences. Mine lies in the land of middle school.
Mine was in high school because in middle school I did not talk to boys. Oh yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah, you were there.
Freshman
You were
year.
there when I was going through a hard time. Do you remember?
I remember.
It was painful.
Okay, go.
Fifi. Okay, so whenever me and Audrey would talk about my ex-boyfriend, we would call him Fifi for some reason. I don't even remember why. Why? So basically, me and Fifi, like, he was new to the school. I'm really tall and I'm like small, so he was new to the school, and since he didn't know any English at all, the teacher was like, okay, Deyra, you have to like show him around. Actually, no, Jackie was the one showing him around, and I bumped into them. Oh, Jackie was like, hey Deyra, this is a new student, like, his name is Fifi. and I was like, oh hi, nice to meet you. We were both from the same place in Mexico, Monterrey, shout out to my people. And so he was like, I guess, he looked nervous when he first met me. He was like, hi, and then I just like walked away. Some people pushed me, so I was like, okay, I gotta go. So then I left, and after that I found out we rode the same bus, we had the same lunch, and like all of this stuff. So then when he first found that out, he was like, okay, can I sit next to you on the bus? And I was like, sure, why not? So he started talking to me, and literally the first week we started talking, he texted me saying that he liked me, and I was like, oh, well, I'm not really looking for a boyfriend right now, so I kind of just rejected him. And then after, yeah, I feel bad.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Fifi.
Bye, Fifi. Okay, so then I had to reject him like 3 times, because he told me that he liked me and that he wanted to be with me like 3 times. And then one day, my friends stabbed me in the back one day during lunch. They planned everything out. They were like, okay, Fifi, this is what you're gonna do. Like, we're all gonna leave, and you guys are gonna be all by yourselves, so you can have, you know, like a conversation. You can ask her out and all of this. And he was like, alright. So it was so obvious. I was like, I knew it was gonna happen because they were all acting suspicious as hell. And I was like, oh my god, I don't want this to happen. I don't want it to happen. And then they all left. My friends, I hate you guys. They left. And it was just me and Fifi. And he was like looking around saying that he had something to tell me, and I was like, what is it? He took like 10 minutes. He was looking around for 10 minutes. And I was just like, just tell me, dude. Like, what is it? And I had to say it. I was like, do you like me? Like, are you asking me? Are you gonna ask me out? And he was like, yeah. It was so awkward. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this guy a chance. Because maybe he's actually like a really nice person, like a good boyfriend.
How many days has it been by the time this has happened?
Since I met him?
Yeah.
Like a month?
Oh, okay. I thought this was like the same week.
And I was like, sure. And then after that, he literally kissed me right after I said yes. Like, he just kissed me, and I was like, okay. I knew it was like red flags going. After that, my friends were like, what did you say? What did you say? And I was like, yes, you asshole. Thanks for doing that to me. Everyone was talking about us, and they were like the thing.
Your new couple in
town. But I was like so dumb. And everybody was just expecting us and watching us all the time, just like, are they holding hands? What are they doing? And
meanwhile, every single day at gym, I'd be like, how are you and Fifi?
I would be like, literally, I don't know if I told you this, but I hated going to school so much that I literally threw up every day before school.
No, you didn't.
I did. Like, it was. It wasn't even that. I don't know why I hated it so much. I was just like, I felt like I was in a relationship that I didn't want to be.
You were in a relationship.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, the first day that we got together, the next day I was like, oh god, I don't want to do this. It was like I hated going to school because I knew people were going to be talking about us, and I knew that he really, really liked me, but I didn't really feel the same way. He knew that too, but he didn't care, you know. He was like, as long as I'm with her. And then as the relationship started, you know, kept going, I started noticing that he was like a jealous type, and he was like clingy as hell. He would text
everything
me.
You're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do. He did.
He would text me like every second, like, where are you? Can I see you? Can I meet up with you? And I was like, no. And then he said I love you like on the 2nd or 3rd day we were together over text. Like, I was like, no. He's a year older than me. See what I was thinking. And he would be like, he called me one day and he was like, are we gonna call each other like nicknames, like cute nicknames? And I was like, if you want to, because I guess I was just trying to be a good girlfriend, you know. And then when he said I love you, I was like, no. I told him like I'm not ready, so you're going too fast. And he was like, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, in the 5th day of us being together, I was like, I'm so done with this. I don't want to hate going to school anymore. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck in a relationship that I want, which was literally what was going on. I don't want to be in a relationship that I don't want to be in, you know. I kind of felt forced, you know, because he just did not
give you room to say no.
Yeah, basically. And my friends, I hate you guys. They knew that I didn't like him too. Like, they just knew they were putting me in that position. Yeah.
We had gym.
Yeah.
So you talked to me every day about it.
Yeah, didn't I look like I didn't get no sleep?
You look so stressed out. I felt so bad. I was like, just break up with him.
Which is exactly what I did. But I felt bad because it was just 5 days into the relationship. I also felt bad because...
This is the best part. I remember laughing because of the irony, like of how sad it was. Like, I found it funny because it was so sad.
It's funny. No, he doesn't hate me. He still looks for me. He texts me sometime and I'm like, dude, why?
Take a hint!
Out of all the 1,000 hints that I gave him, I was like, I literally got to school with that in mind. I was like, okay, I'm gonna break up with him right now. Today's the day. I don't want to be doing this anymore. I told my friends, okay, you guys need to give me some time, some space right now, because I'm gonna break up with Fifi. And they were like, oh, it's about to go down. I was like, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, and there's also this thing about him, I think I told you, that for everything, even when we were just having like a normal conversation, he'd be like, why? Why?
I remember that.
And when I told him, like, I didn't really want to be in that relationship anymore, he was like, why? Like, even when I was trying to break up, which is boy. We broke up, and after I was like, I explained to him like everything. I kind of made up some excuses too. I have to concentrate in school, and you knew that I wasn't in it, you know. And he was like, I understand. And then he was like, just wait a second though. And I was like, what? And then he opened his backpack and took like chocolates.
The biggest bar of white cookies and cream Hershey's chocolate I've ever seen.
My favorite.
Like this big.
My favorite too. He knew it was my favorite, so like that was sweet. And he was like, I was gonna give this to you today, but you know, if you still want it, because I don't like chocolate. He didn't like chocolate, which, by the way, to me that was like a huge sign that I shouldn't be with him. Who doesn't like chocolate?
Must like a chocolate.
For real. So then he was like, so he took out the chocolates. I felt like crap. Literally, he gave them to me and I felt so bad I wanted to cry. I hugged him and I was like, I'm so sorry this happened this way. And then he was like, it's okay. Like, I knew it wasn't gonna work out. I just wanted to see what it was like being with you, because that's all I wanted. Okay, don't make me cry here. It was kind of awkward after that. Like, we're friends, or we tried to be friends, but I was just like an awkward... Can I say cuss words?
No. Try not to. Oh, my mom's gonna get salty.
Just like really, really awkward, and I kind of avoided him a little bit. I'm the worst. And then after that, I went up to gym class, and Audrey was there, and I looked like a mess, and I was like, do you want this chocolate? Because I felt too guilty eating them. So she like, she was like, of course I do. Snatch.
I'm so terrible.
She like took that, and I was like, oh. I kind of explained everything, and Audrey was like, I'm so sorry, man. It was like we were both going through stuff that year. Yeah. We were just little freshmen. Like, why?
We should have been chill that year. We made a pact to be chill.
I was chill.
Yeah, but then people tried to break your chill.
Yeah. Freshman year was just like chill. Other people were going through stuff and I was like helping them. But then Fifi came into my life and Fifi kind of like messed everything up. But it's okay, because, you know, everybody has to learn. And I mean, now I have to learn how to say no, you know, properly.
Like, if you want to be with someone, you don't have to.
Yeah. Especially because I don't want to unnecessarily break someone's heart.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
You just said that.
Audrey, I'm so ready for yours. I haven't heard this yet.
Here we go. The story is a little bit more like your typical first boyfriend. It doesn't even count. Like, if people ask me about my first relationship, I do not say this one because it does not count exactly in my book. It was the beginning of 8th grade. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm an 8th grader. Like, ooh, I'm so cool. I'm almost out of here. on to high school. I'm almost a freshman. Yes.
Oh, what's gonna be his made-up name? Lilo.
Lilo.
I like Lilo.
Lilo and I have been friends since like 3rd grade. And then I went away to a private school for 5th and 6th grade. And we like barely talked throughout 6th and 7th grade. But I don't even know how it happened. Like one day we just like started talking more. We only text messaged. We didn't really like talk in person that much. Oh,
In MySpace, you guys were like,
it's not that old.
Oh, I honestly don't know.
We would like
Calm down.
we would Facebook message each other and like text message each other sometimes. So I was at the ice skating rink with my friends one time because you know that was like the hangout, and he texted me.
I never got invited to those.
I'm sorry, okay?
Oh my, I'm okay.
Mad at me for not being her friend in middle school, even though she knows we were both shy, and it was never going to work. We would never become friends.
It would have been the most awkward. I can say that. Friendship. Awkward. Word.
There you go.
Yay.
Teaching deyra how to say words in English accents.
Yeah.
American accents. Because English accents means British. Oh, it's so confusing. So I was at the ice skating rink just chilling, and he texted me. He either said, "Can you be my girlfriend?" or "Do you want to be my girlfriend?"
Who says, "Can you be my girlfriend"? Nobody says that. Like, please,
Like I could,
please be my
but no,
girlfriend.
no. And so he was like, "Hey, you wanna be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Sure."
Over text.
Okay, yeah.
That's so middle school.
So middle school, like I'd like to think I was more mature in 8th grade, but
Literally no boys like me in middle school.
I said
Shade.
yes. Cool. I now have a boyfriend. This is like my first. I'm like, oh my gosh, my first boyfriend. Like, what is this? What does this mean?
Are we gonna hug?
It's the weekend, so I look forward to Monday so much. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get to hug him. Like, oh my gosh, maybe I'll get to talk to him, and like we could be like a couple. Like, this is real. So I get to
Love
school.
is real.
After I say yes, he puts a smiley face. I was like,
That's so cute.
so then
Go Lilo.
we get to school and we don't have any classes with each other. We had lockers near each other, so our lockers were like on the same hallway.
That's when you know
So
it's
that's
real.
the only times we would see each other. Like the beginning of the day, the end of the day. He was always like dashing away. Like he was really fast. Like he never like just hung around his locker like I did. Kind of seemed like he was avoiding me in a way, and so I never really talked to him. So I told my friends like, "Hey, you have a boyfriend now." Like I was so cool. Like I was so like,
Don't mess with me. I got a boyfriend. Okay.
we like barely talked, and I kept
How do you
trying.
barely talk to your boyfriend?
Only text message. I could never find him, and so finally around like a week of this going on, like barely talking, I found him one day like after school, and I was like, "Hi." He was like, "Hey, like what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, we just had math. Like
That's
I don't
so
know."
hard.
And he's like, "I gotta go." And I'm like, "Okay." And he hugged me goodbye. It was the worst hug I've ever had. Like the most awkward hug.
uncomfortable.
It was like, bye. What was that? But of course, I'm just like,
I just got a hug. I'm the coolest
From a
girl
boy.
in the whole school.
Another week goes by, no talking, no seeing him, like barely at school. I'm like, "Hey, let's have like our first date at like the ice skating rink," because that's the
where-
only place I went. He was like, "Okay, like it'll be fun." Get there, and I'm with my friend. You know, a bunch of people went, so I had my friend with me, and we were just skating and waiting around and having fun. And I text him like, "Hey, where are you?" And then like about an hour and a half goes by, and he's still not there.
What the heck?
Like, oh man, like I think he's standing me up or something. Like I don't think he's gonna show up. My friend's like, "Oh, maybe he'll come."
That was like your first day too. That's
Yeah. Hour goes by, about like 30 minutes, or I don't know. I can't remember. This is 8th grade. And he still hasn't shown up. So I text him and I'm like, "Hey, are you coming?" And he's like, "Hey, no. I think somebody's family had to go to the hospital." So like it's legit. Like that's a good reason.
oh, so like he actually had a reason.
Yeah, but it was still just weird to me. Like out of all
It
the
just
days.
seemed like he was avoiding you. You know?
Like he didn't even text me or anything. "Oh, like that's okay, like I understand, like that's okay." And I was so sad. So I just hung out with my other friends and I still had a good time. I just felt really sad the whole time. And then that
Aw,
night, that day, I was at the table with my friends and he's like, "Hey, we need to break up."
Wait, he said that in person?
In text.
Oh.
Message. Text me, "We need to break up."
That's even worse than saying I love you over text message, which is what happened to me.
And so I just said, yeah, LOL, we never see each other.
Savage.
We didn't talk like the rest of the year.
Whenever somebody breaks up with me, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, LOL.
I didn't like you anyway.
I didn't like you anyways.
There's my terrible, lame story of my first boyfriend. It's not that exciting, but I thought it was.
Mine wasn't exciting either. Mine was sad.
Yeah, yours was sad and mine was just kind of like middle school. Like that's all I know how to describe
I wish
it.
I knew you back then though, so then we could like, you know.
I didn't even cry. I was just kind of like, I'm a failure at life. Like, what was that? Like, it was literally in the span of 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm not counting this. Not my first boyfriend at all.
Yeah, I don't count Fifi either, honestly.
So Lilo and Fifi are not in the picture, but that's okay.
Poof!
Because now I have an amazing boyfriend.
Do you think Lilo's gonna watch this? Oh.
I don't mind if he does. Like, he probably is laughing at it too, thinking back.